What is going on, guys, and welcome to my first ever episode of Walk and Talk. These episodes are basically going to be topics on whatever it is that I want to talk about. So they can pretty much range from strongman stuff that I want to talk about. It could be about health related issues, physical and mental, and everything else in between. Whatever it is that I feel like I want to talk about. And the idea behind a Walk and Talk is it's basically like just a mobile podcast, but it's going to be on the shorter end. I want to aim for like 10 to 15 minutes, 15 minutes being the longest. So without further ado, let's get into this episode's topics. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about really briefly is just who I am. I've made maybe like 6 or 7 videos already, spanning between cold tub, hot tub therapies, and strongman. And I want to expand my horizons. I want to make different videos, and this was one of the things that came to mind, was just discussing different topics. And so basically, my name is Paul, or I call myself Primitive Paul, and I am 28 years old. I have a criminal justice degree, bachelor's, and I am currently a security officer working at a hospital. So it's a very difficult job, very mentally taxing, especially working in an inner city. But it's challenging. I've enjoyed it thus far, but it's not something that I want to do for my entire life. So using that as a segue, something that I have been aspiring to do is becoming a YouTuber, as it were, but most importantly, enjoying what I'm doing. I wouldn't want to make YouTube videos if I wasn't enjoying what I'm doing, and so far I absolutely have. It's different, it's challenging, and I've been doing it for almost 2 months now. It's been choppy. I've been inconsistent here and there, but so far so good. I'm out here continuing to make videos, continuing to try to improve them, and that's basically a little snippet of who I am. So let's get into the next topic. Goals are something that everybody should have, whether you're 28 years old or you're 60 years old or even 80 years old. Everybody should have goals, and it's all going to be different for every individual person. That's what's beautiful about it. Right now, my number one goal, among many other things that are close to it, is I want to enjoy what I do as in a career. And a lot of people in life, they look at a job, and the first thing that they do is they're concerned about how much it gets paid. And while being paid well is important, it's not the number one thing that most people should have their goals as. Like I genuinely believe that more people need to pick a career that they would genuinely enjoy. And that isn't to say that you're going to find a career out there that's 100% perfect all the time. That's just not the case. There's always going to be tough times no matter what you choose. But for me personally, out of everything that I've tried to do in my life, YouTube has always been something that I genuinely think I would love to do, I would enjoy, and would make me as a person happy. And for me, that's most important to me. I just want to be happy. Money is nice. Money is definitely an important part of life, but being happy is even more important to me. So that's why I aspire to make YouTube videos, is that at the end of the day, I want to be happy. I want to have a career that I enjoy, and I can't help but feel like this is what it is, even if it is as risky as it can be. I got to give it a shot. So we probably all have that one friend who just seems to be born to do a career. They were just born to do something, whether that's, being a nurse or a firefighter or anything in between. Everyone has that one friend who they were born to do something, and they've been working towards it ever since. And for me, that just simply wasn't the case. I never really knew exactly what it was that I wanted to do. And yet sometimes it just seems like it was just staring me in the face. Being someone that has made YouTube videos, I've been on Twitch on and off unsuccessfully since the age of 14, maybe 13, I don't know. The problem is that I felt like it was something that I wasn't going to be able to successfully and realistically accomplish. And so I just kept writing it off. I was like, you know what, this is just for fun. Yeah, I'm never going to be able to do anything with it. And that's basically what everyone in my life has told me, is that it's not going to be, successful. And whether they say that directly or indirectly, sometimes it's like I tell people that this is what I want to do, and they just kind of they get quiet on me. So it's always been a bit discouraging to me to actually try and pursue it legitimately. And I feel like that's a lot of people's stories for those that try and get into YouTube. But at the end of the day, have to be genuine to who you are as a person. It's the only way you can be comfortable in your skin. And so that's just something that I've kind of had to learn over the past few years, is just to be comfortable with who I am as a person, and to pursue the things that I genuinely enjoy. And so this is my best foot moving forward. This is my attempt at being genuine to who I am as a person. So I have a ton of ideas moving forward of what I would like to do, and it's all got to be within the restraint of, or the constraint of, I have a full-time job right now, so I have to juggle the two. I'm in a relationship with someone that's very important to me, and so I got to make sure that I have enough time, and I spend enough time with them and family, and and being an introvert, being able to spend enough time to recover for myself. Everything is just a juggle, and I feel like that's a very big thing that a lot of people my age need to learn, is to be able to coordinate your time to those things that are important to you. And so that's something that I'm definitely trying to learn to do. But some of the ideas that I would like to do moving forward is walk and talks. I want to continue with the cold tub and the hot tub therapies. Strongman is definitely going to be my bread and butter. And I would also like to do some unusual cooking videos, of just meal preps that most people have never even heard about, or would like to try as a meal prep that's different from what they've been doing, which is probably chicken, rice, and broccoli, which is just awful. So another goal that I'm always continuing to work on is mental health, physical fitness, and nutrition. I think it's something that we all should be learning throughout our entire lives. I think it's something that a lot of people have lost in their current life, and it's something that I want to continue to learn about, continue to get better at doing. My physical fitness is something that's always been important to me. So I work out, and so I want to learn different movements, and I want to learn to do them correctly without injuring myself, and to be the best form of myself physically. And the same thing goes with nutrition. I think that is equally, if not even more important. What we're putting into our bodies is very difficult in today's day and age. A lot of people have sacrificed a good nutrition for something that's affordable and easy to get a hold of. And I just think that we've lost the way, for the most part, what is important nutrition-wise. A lot of what you can buy at a grocery store is not good for you. And the more research you do, the more you realize that a lot of this stuff is slowly poisoning us. And so that's why we have such an obesity rate, such a high obesity rate in this country, and so many different illnesses. And working at a hospital, I see it every day, and it's sad. It really is. I wish that people took nutrition more importantly, because it's just, at the end of the day, nutrition is such a fundamental, important thing in our life. It affects our health. It affects how we feel. It affects everything. And so it's something that I take very seriously, and I want to continue learning about. And I want to talk about that with you guys. The very last thing that I want to talk about here and there is mental health. And I think that it's something that we don't talk about enough. Because everybody goes through their own struggles. And the reality of it is that as unique as it is for everybody, it's also the same for a lot of people. You know, we all experience mental health to different degrees, and it's something we all need to talk about more frequently. And that's one of the reasons why I want to talk about this on my YouTube, is so that other people can relate and know that they're not alone when they experience depression or anxiety, and it's all in different degrees for everybody. It's something that I want to talk about and get out to the world and let people know that it's okay to talk about it. Struggles are something that we all experience every single day of our lives. Till the day we die, we will always have certain struggles in our lives. And currently, some of the things that are affecting me from accomplishing the things that I want to accomplish is I experience anxiety and depression. And my anxiety is controlled almost 100% by nutrition and working out. If I stay on point with those two things, my anxiety is basically gone. My depression, however, is something that manifests uniquely in me. It affects me every single day. It's a battle that I'm constantly trying to defeat. Every single day it comes back with a vengeance, and it's tough. It's draining. It's not easy. To force yourself up out of bed when you don't want to, and to accomplish the things that you want to, despite how much your mind is telling you you don't want to do it. But when I accomplish these things, I realize that it's completely worth it, and that the depression in my mind is wrong. But it gets draining, and it gets to the point where it becomes so draining that I have low drive. And a lot of people don't talk about that either, that they don't realize that they have chronic low drive because of their depression. And, you know, it's something that I battle with all the time. It's the reason why I haven't come out with a video in 3 weeks, because I've had low drive, and I've been juggling so many other things in my life that, you know, when I do have my free time, I just want to rest. I don't want to come out and make these videos. And I'm trying to be honest about that. And so that is a real struggle for me, and it's something that I need to address and become better at, so that I can become consistent with making videos. We all experience these kinds of struggles, and I think that it's important to talk about that stuff. Even if, like I said, even if one person can relate, that's why I want to make these videos, is so that other people can know that these things exist, and that we don't have to just ignore them, and we can talk about them, and it's completely normal to talk about them, because, like I said, everybody experiences it. The current state of YouTube is difficult. It's oversaturated with videos. Every single day, people are making thousands of videos, and it's tough to get your name out there. It's the reason why I still have no viewers today. But I keep pushing forward. The idea is to make interesting, genuine, and different videos, and that's what I need to tap into. And the only way I'm going to be able to do that is if I just keep on trying. I have to just keep on refining my videos and coming up with new ideas, and I just got to keep getting my reps in, because that's the only way I'm going to get better. So I just got to keep on trying. Another big issue with YouTube is the monetization issue, which has been an issue for years now. You know, a lot of people have had to resort to putting sponsorships on their videos and making merchandise and Patreon and all these other things that make it incredibly difficult to make YouTube videos, because the monetization alone from YouTube is not enough. And if you want to do it as a career, being able to make enough money to do it it's a defining factor as to whether or not you're going to be successful in making a YouTube video. And so that's another real struggle for me. And so I just have to figure it out, you know, I need to do my research, get my reps in, you know, continue to make videos and to continue to be consistent. And so that's just something I have to continue working on. But again, it's a real struggle, and it's something that I have to address. Ultimately, the only way that I'm going to truly feel satisfied with my attempt with YouTube is if I give it my best. Whether or not I'm successful in creating an audience that will sustain this, the only way I'll be happy with whether or not I'm successful is if I give it my all. And that's all I can do, is just give it my best and see what happens. So ultimately, the reason why I made this is because I thought about creating a podcast, but that's what a lot of people do. And podcasts, you know, unless you have some kind of like niche, interesting topic, all podcasts are the same. It's like, kind of wanted to make this just a little bit different, and I figured, why not create an environment where I'm walking in nature and I'm talking to you guys, and just kind of showing off beautiful places that people can walk. And like I've mentioned before, I want people to be able to relate to the topics that I'm talking about, whether it's something that I find interesting, like strongman and nutrition, or it's something that other people can relate to on a more serious topic, which can be mental health. So I want to range between a whole lot of different things and give it a shot, see how it feels. So yeah, topics moving forward could range from mental health, strongman news, nutrition, and anything else that I might find interesting that week that I would like to talk about. I'm not going to be making a walk and talk every single week, but every once in a while I'll be coming up with a new walk and talk episode when I find stuff that I genuinely want to discuss with other people, whether it's in the comment section, or maybe I'll have someone else on to talk to about it. Yeah, these are just kind of things that are floating inside my head. But yeah, let me know what you guys would want to hear me talk about moving forward. I'm genuinely interested to hear from other people, to see what they might want to hear being talked about. And so I want to hear other people's ideas. But ultimately, I think that this walk and talk has gone long enough. I think I've discussed everything that I wanted to. And so if you've made it to this point in the video, I genuinely appreciate it. Like I always say, being a no subscriber YouTuber is tough. And when I see that other people are watching from start to end and they're enjoying the videos, and they're recognizing that there is a progression in my videos, I genuinely appreciate hearing that. And it's awesome to hear that people are watching it. So thank you so much if you've gotten to this point in the video. Words can't describe how much I appreciate it. And consider liking the video, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.